Hey guys, welcome back. Man, this should be like 4 different videos, but we're gonna combine it all into one. Just the absolute level of disrespect for Pokemon card artists by people who want to claim that they love the artist, they love the art, they respect them so damn much. It blows my mind how much has been going on recently. There's a ton of it. We're going to touch on all of it. Buckle up. We got the Ruby music in the background as a reminder that I still need to finish the Elite Four. And Steven and my rival and all that fun stuff. We'll get back to that, but there's too much going on that we need to cover, that we need to make sure is out in the open so that people don't get burned on this stuff. You can get burned on this stuff. A lot of it, all of it that we're looking at today can harm somebody financially if they decide to purchase one of these bad boys. Any of this stuff, be careful. Be careful with signatures. Be careful with I don't. Just okay. We got a little bit of an ethics class going on today. We have a little bit of a have some fucking respect. Jesus Christ. So we've seen, I guess maybe the most egregious example, which was the Ultimate Pokeflute, aka Brandon Varela, and his boy Rob Diven that does his best Sideshow Bob impression with his hairdo. Idiots, absolute dick weasel supremes. They're going to events, bringing their kids to stand in line so they can make an extra buck and not make some kind of honest living. Yeah, not even the worst part. We have wiping of signatures, of personalizations from someone who they got the signatures for free. An artist that was in poor health, told not to sell them. So they're wiping the signatures, wiping the personalization part of the signatures, wiping their name off of it. Got it graded by PSA. Shame on PSA for not deactivating all of it instead of putting authentic altered on some of it. Brutal. Regardless, these are the guys that are like, oh, it's for our personal collection. We just want to not have our name on it for personal. Well, at least this one's not wiped. But the dude is trying to sell this bad boy that was signed for free at no charge, as far as I'm aware, by Kamiya, no charge, as a friendly gesture, told not to sell, and he's looking to sell this thing for 25 grand. So I would like to applaud anyone and everyone that put the laughing emoji down at the bottom here. This is just disgusting behavior. This is why we can't have nice things. I don't understand how anyone could think that this is the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen. Like, it's unreal. And I don't know why anyone would ever want to own anything. You would think that if you're buying a signature, if you're the end buyer, if you want it in your collection, you want it to be something special. Even if you didn't receive it yourself, you want it to be something special. It's like it's a tribute, essentially, to the artist that signed the card, that illustrated the card. They signed it. Even if you didn't get it, maybe you didn't have a chance to get it. Maybe you're taking a shortcut. I mean, if you're spending 25 grand, you can pretty much fly anywhere and get anyone's signature at that point, I would think. Well, maybe not Kamiya, because he doesn't charge for that stuff. He doesn't do events or anything of that kind. And after this stuff, probably won't sign for anyone, because why would you trust anyone after this? But like, who wants something that was signed for somebody else when the artist does not want that to happen? Like, if they're against that, the Arita stuff is like egregious, because if you're paying that much money, you can go for you can meet the artist. He will sign something for you. You can go to a really sick, nasty event of some kind. Anyway, this was pretty funny. We have Harold here who says, why cover the cert number? And Rob says, so someone can't take that image and try to scam someone with it. Since there's no timestamp in that picture, then I'd have to get the recertification. 4th picture is what comes up when you scan the cert. So pretty hilarious here. He's worried about people getting scammed. You notice here, remember, they were like, oh, we're going to disclose what's going on with this, with the wipe stuff. We're going to disclose all the information. The buyers are always going to know what's going on. They're going to know that I wasn't supposed to sell these. The artist told me not to. Surely that would be in the post here, sales post somewhere, not just looking for 25 grand on something that I was asked kindly not to sell by the artist. Unbelievable. Anyway, most recently, thank you to PSA Pikachu for sending me this while it was still hot, because things started disappearing real quick when we had Arita throwing out the "it's fake" on someone that was looking to sell this sketch of a Charizard under the guise that or pretending that it was illustrated by Arita himself. Now, I don't know if this was the seller, if they bought it from someone, if it kind of looks like they're the ones that drew it and or knew that it was not a real thing. But we are very lucky here. There were bids on this thing, and luckily it doesn't look like anyone's going to get burned. So weird enough, it's coming from a Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Cards account with 1,547 posts. Jesus. And 43 followers. It's a lot of posting to get not very many people following you. And apparently they're selling Yu-Gi-Oh! Merch, which is weird because that's not a whole lot of what they sell on their eBay. Here's the eBay account. So you can see here, 217 European dollarinos before this bad boy got pulled down. And man, we're lucky that any of these artists, I think they should speak out about all this, about fake stuff, but just be careful here. If you're buying any of this stuff, you could end up with a Rob Diven, very sketchy, very, very tainted purchase. If you're buying an autograph, if you're buying a sketch, it could be just straight up fake. And we're lucky that Arita said something here and someone didn't be, they would have been out a bunch of money. I'm sure like most people would probably doubt whether this was real or not. The frame is horrendous. I mean, we got some positive feedback here. The seller not really selling things that are very relevant to Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, which is interesting that they would be posting this. So again, if they were selling it for someone else, if they bought their account, maybe. But one of the, I guess, the 3rd of November, 2023, they have this signed picture here. That's the closest thing that kind of comes to anything. There's no Yu-Gi-Oh! There's no Pokemon. But there is this signed photo here. Now, whether or not this is real, I don't know. But they soon after deleted and or got banned. It looks like they got restricted. So probably got reported by a ton of people for selling a very counterfeit picture, according to Arita himself, the artist himself. And you can see here that a couple people took the liberty of getting on the old eBay and bidding this bad boy up to a bunch of 9s. Sick. We got 99 million European dollarinos. So essentially, normally, like, don't troll auctions and stuff like that, but in this case, where confirmed fake by the actual artist, I can see why people were going in here and slapping some big boy bids on it in order to prevent anyone from purchasing this and getting ripped off. Probably the correct course of action. Now, if eBay had a proper system in place where you could report something and provide evidence, and they would be able to shut it down reliably. I mean, if you show them that it's counterfeit, if you show them that here's the artist saying that it's not his actual work, you would think that would suffice. But again, eBay protection guarantee, all this other stuff, someone would have to jump through a ton of hoops. Maybe they don't open a case quick enough when they receive this thing. Even if they are notified, even if they do come across something on the Twitter, anything like that. So it's probably in everyone's best interest that this thing got shut down. So we have on to the item specifics. Here we have a Mitsuhiro Arita hand-signed a sketch on paper, framed, the very rare Pokemon artwork. Please see my other listings, and thank you for looking. The overall size is 43 by 33. Is that a standard size? X, thanks again, X. We are currently buying various signed items and drawings, etc., as well as number of other items of interest. Please send a message for a free evaluation. So interesting enough, but so maybe they bought it from someone. Maybe they're dumb. They bought it from someone. They thought it was real, and it's not very real. So will we be able to trace this back? Again, if there's any updates on any of this stuff, we'll try to provide those in following videos. But I think everyone's seeing this. We're gonna shine the sunlight on this bad boy. Make sure it's out in the open. Make sure people see this stuff so they can be careful if they're making any purchases like this. Make sure they be on the lookout for anyone. Again, maybe someone's new to Pokemon. They're like, oh, look at this sick, nasty sketch. It's got to be real, right? Not necessarily. So we got the old Twitter just reaming this dude about how fake it is. Just giving them the D. All right, here's the eBay account. Once again, very, very cool. Fleetwood, United Kingdom. So if you guys see any more counterfeit goods, if there's maybe another account that gets made, again, you gotta be like, when these accounts have a bunch of stuff that doesn't look like, okay, we'll stick to this one. That's the I just spoiled the next scandal. The next scandal that we're gonna be looking at here. That's just disrespectful as hell to artists. But before we do, if you see anything like this, please let me know. Please report it. Report it to eBay, even though it might not do anything, even though it might not get removed right away. Make sure you're reporting this stuff right away. Again, the listing doesn't exist, so if I refresh the page here, it's going to disappear. Next, we have another Arita incident, and this time here we have a seller who is in Germany. Very cool. Noose. I don't know how you pronounce that. Germany. They got this bad boy here. We got the original Arita signed artwork from the La Gala. So the ink hasn't even dried on this fucking thing, and you're selling it. So pretty gross, in my opinion. You go to an event, you get something signed by an artist, you get some kind of special print that they've done. Should be a pretty cool memento for being at the event, I would think. But no, you immediately go home and you slap it on eBay. Pretty gross. Not the worst offense, though. Nothing compared to what we're seeing here. Holy fuck, man. Like, can we please stop? Please, who's buying this? Who is buying this? Who is creating this and thinking it's a good idea to do this? Clearly, they don't watch my videos because we've already seen something extremely similar to this. So we have a signature, which I assume is a real one. He was at La Gala. So I imagine that people can probably figure out who Super Nana 123 is. Why? What are you doing? You're cutting shit up and creating a pretend sports card like patch auto. What are the sticker autos, or like when the card isn't actually signed, they just pull an autograph off of something else. There's probably a name for it. It's stupid in Pokemon. For an artist that is very much around, that will very much sign things for you, maybe he's not going to sign this stupid looking thing. It's not stupid because it's got his face on it. It's stupid because it looks like it was printed with an inkjet pretending to be a Pokemon card. Like, what the hell? What is this? What are you doing? It looks like it was cut out with like the dullest box knife of time. Like, you don't... Why? And why is anyone buying this stuff? Are they, like, short of, like, maybe the select few individuals that can't physically attend an event, they don't have the means. Arita is everywhere. He's going to all kinds of stuff. Go meet him. Go, if you can, and you're spending money on this stuff, instead spend it on, like, the events where he does, like, the live art or anything like that. If those pop up, go do that. It was awesome. You get to hang out. There's a Q&A. Now, it might not always be that case. You might not necessarily get into one of those. But again, and then, like, please, guys, can you please stop? Please stop. All right, so not too far off from the recent example here where we had Saito imitation. Well, this was off shipping documents and stuff like this. I don't know. The Arita one here might have been. This was probably another piece of artwork or something that was signed, which is extra disrespectful if you're chopping that up. I would imagine that it was some kind of non-Pokemon artwork or something that he signed. They chopped it out and put it in this Arita V card that they made at home with safety scissors. Oh, all right. Last example here. My God, I think this is the last example. Last example here. We have Harada, who made a post about how PSA graded. We got a Gemnet 10 Auto 10 that it was not indeed her signature. She says, it's fake signed card, but PSA graded it a 10. Don't buy them. I really hate reselling. So again, this is another example of, if you respect the artist and you're saying that you want to buy, that you want the artist's signature on a card because you love the artist, you respect the artist, you're not buying something secondhand if they don't like that. If they don't like the reselling of the stuff, even then, I think if you need an option, if you can't get there, for some reason you can't travel, if it's medical reasons or anything like that, make a friend. Have a friend. Pay your friend. Find a friend. I'm sure there will be a friend. If you're in Pokemon, join the Discord. If you're in Pokemon, find a friend that's going to one of these events that has an extra signature slot, maybe, and they can get something signed for you. You can pay them for the fee that it costs them to get it signed. Someone will do that for you. Make some friends. Do that if you have to. It would be even more special if you're one of the types that you totally respect the artist. If you can, just get to the event, get it signed. Do what you got to do. Get to the event. It's going to be a blast. I promise. If you can't, make a friend. Get them to sign it for you. None of this like buying on the secondary market, because it's either going to be fake or it's going to be a situation where it's like disrespectful. The artist finds it disrespectful. And people are like, oh, artists shouldn't find it disrespectful. They can go to hell. And I should be able to, it's my card. I can resell it. And I'm doing my best poker flute impression there. Marcus, get me an iced tea. Damn it, Marcus. Anyway, but guys, please, you're going to end up buying fake stuff. You're going to end up buying, even if this was not fake, if the artist finds it disrespectful that it's been sold, it should be tainted. It should feel like crap to own it. You shouldn't want to own it. Does that make sense? Am I making sense here? Why would you want to own something that's like a tribute to an artist if the artist is like disavowing it, is saying that it's terrible? Whether it's because someone's wiping the personalization off of it and wasn't supposed to sell it and promised not to sell it and weren't charged anything, or the artist just doesn't like reselling of their signature because it's supposed to be like a special thing. Now, deactivated. Very deactivated. So I am going to have to follow up on this. I'm going to have to figure out if anyone has information about this Harada Fishy Wishy right here, the old Magikarp on the energy. Please do let me know if you're aware of who owned it, who owns it, who has it currently, what's going on with it, who they got it from. Please do let me know. So that one's deactivated. On that same submission, we have another one with a fish. I'm surprised that this one here, well, it's Harada again, same fish, probably came from the same source. I would imagine not deactivated yet. You would think that if someone's submitting one fish artwork, the fake signature, that you would also get. This would be fake too, right? It's got to be fake. We have another Harada that was submit under the same. It's very nice of the grading companies to have certain numbers on there so we can figure out what came from the same submission. This one addressed to Terry. Now, this might not have come from the same person. If this person bought from someone else, if this person, again, we don't know exactly what went on. So if you are the owner of these cards, please do reach out to me. If your name is Terry, if your name isn't Terry, if you got it from someone that was claiming to be Terry, please let me know what's going on here. So I would have to guess that the fish here is fake. I would strongly doubt the origin of the Terry, Gengar, and Mimikyu. Still up there, still very certified. Now on the same submission, and these might have come from somewhere else. We have the we have other signed cards. We have Lugia here. Don't know if this is real or not. The signature, do not know. Do not know if it's authentic. But just know, just because something's like from an event that actually happened, doesn't mean that the person was necessarily at said event. They could fake that. Just if they're faking the signature, they could also fake it coming from a real event. Whether or not that's logged, whether or not they have photos of them there. Again, it's just like a whole nother reason to not buy secondhand signatures. In general, even if the artist was okay with it, buying a secondhand signature is not going to feel as good as one that was designated or supposed to be for you. If it says to Trainer, or to Pikachu, or to Lugia, or to your mother's butthole, it's not the same as like the artist actually signing it to you. More importantly, if it's in person, if you can. If you can't, at least if it's from a friend and it's actually addressed to you, it's personalized to you, you're not collecting Rob Niven's stupid ass kind of thing. And I get it, some artists don't sign. Some artists probably won't sign because people ruin it. So, still very active. Again, no idea if these are real or not. Signature-wise, not sure. We'll have to see if anything updates on the website. We'll have to see if anyone can reach out with details. Again, if you're the owner of these and you bought them from somewhere, please reach out to me and let me know where you got them. and we'll investigate further. But that's all I got for you today. I know this was a long video. There was a lot to cover. I can't believe it just blows my mind that like people can be this disrespectful. I mean, some of it is money related, where people are just like, oh shit, I gotta work hard, or I can bring my kids to get autographs, or I can fake autographs, or I can, all of it is, it's just disgusting. It's gonna ruin it for everyone. The events where artists are actually there, they do live art, they do signings, you get to meet them briefly, that kind of thing. They're a special thing, and those are gonna go away. It's already kind of a sensitive area, because signatures are not really seen the same way in Japan as they are in the Western world with the athletes or even artists over here. It's not the same. Use some common sense, guys. Common sense. Don't support any of these people that are flip dipping this shit, and it'll hopefully go away. Make fun of it. Do a fucking laughing emoji when people try to sell shit for 25 grand that they were told not to sell whatsoever. That sort of thing. Don't threaten anyone. There's no threats of violence, no threats of anything. Do not threaten them. You can laughing emoji them out of the in those situations, but again, it's not worth it. But spread the word. Spread the word. The best thing you can do is show everyone how disrespectful these people are being. When there's fake stuff, people trying to the fake stuff is just straight up scam. It's not even being scummy dummy. It's just straight up scam. So report it, send it my way. We'll try to get it in front of as many eyes as possible. Thank you very much for tuning in. We got the Paldean Fates live stream opening tonight. Look forward to that. Gonna be opening a lot of packs. It's going to be near impossible to complete the set because of the 120 or whatever baby shinies, but we're gonna try our best. If you need products still, head on over to psapikachu.com. Still got some ETBs on there if you're looking for more Paldean Fate ripping pleasure. All right, bye.